This is the Bay Area's news station. KRON 4 News at 11 starts now.
High winds and dry conditions fuel a 5-alarm fire in Solano County. Multiple buildings consumed or damaged in the flames as firefighters scrambled to try and control the blaze. Dozens of nearby homes were evacuated, and tonight the fire crews remain on the scene monitoring the area for any flare-ups. KRON 4's Philippe Jagal and Jeff Bush are live in Fairfield tonight where that fire raged earlier today. We start our team coverage with Philippe, who has the latest on the destruction. Philippe.
Pam, the evacuation orders for the 40 to 50 homes here in Cordelia have been lifted. Residents are being allowed back into their neighborhood, and for some, they're returning to significant damage.
The backyard is destroyed, but our house seems to be fine.
The 5-alarm fire burned through Shannon Vizzo's fence. She lives in the evacuation zone on Central Way off Cordelia Road, where the Fairfield Fire Department says the fire destroyed one home, damaged at least 2 others, and burned down at least 4 outbuildings.
It was pretty scary. It's the most scariest thing that's happened in my life, and I'm 27, so I just want to get my cat, and, my mom got the dog, but she left the cat because they made her leave.
The fire started down the street in some grass off Interstate 680 near Lopes Road. The flying embers, kicked up by strong winds, pushed the fire into the neighborhood.
Anytime you have a receptive fuel bed like you have out here with the dry grass and the winds that we normally encounter out here, they play a big part in allowing the fire spread.
The Bechtel family lives across the train tracks and took matters into their own hands by spraying the dry grass with water.
In cases it sparks, the wind changes direction, the sparks get over in the dry grass. They'll just take off like a wildfire.
Thankfully, the Bechtel's home was not harmed. No one was injured in this fire either. Fire crews stopped the forward spread before nightfall and had the situation under control just before 8 o'clock in the evening. Still, it was a frightening ordeal for even out-of-towners like these two, who were at a bar when things got crazy.
We were sitting there having a beer, and pretty soon the police came in and said, "You guys got to evacuate." And my daughter ran and got the car, and the flames were just almost on the car, and she moved it. I couldn't even breathe, and I was scared. I was almost crying. It was scary.
A very, very scary situation. The official cause of this fire is still under investigation. KRON 4's Jeff Bush joins us now. Jeff, you spoke with an evacuee as well, an evacuee who is still in shock.
Well, Philippe, it's hard to understand. It's hard to imagine what it was like for those who live here in this area. One minute they're enjoying a nice spring afternoon. The next thing you know, the wind is picked up. Embers are flying from across the freeway, lighting things on fire here. Fences, outbuildings. I talked to one woman. She said that she lost her barn. She said that she lost her fence, and she said that the fire came dangerously close to her home, the home that her late husband had built for her and her family.
I lost a barn, I lost my fence, but they saved my home. It was very scary. Very scary. When I seen the barn go up from the road, I couldn't tell if it was my house or not. It was horrible.
What was going through your mind when that happened?
Dear God, don't let my house burn. Save my home. Save my home. It's frightening, but the firefighters did an awesome job. An awesome job.
What would you say to them if you saw them?
I just seen a bunch of them, and I gave them all a hug and told them thank you for saving my home. It's my house right back there.
And you could just hear the complex emotions that were going on in Kathy's voice: anxiety, fear, and gratitude for those firefighters that saved her home. Sadly, others were not so lucky. I'm Jeff Bush, reporting live in Fairfield, KRON 4 News.
Well, the wind certainly played a part in this fire. We were seeing gusty winds all through the afternoon, and right now it's still pretty gusty in Fairfield. This is Travis Air Force Base, and you can see another Fairfield location here. This is where the fire did occur. So the winds closest to the fire have calmed down quite a bit. We were seeing gusts, though, in the 20-mile-an-hour range earlier this afternoon, which really didn't help because it did spread those flames. But again, right now it's still kind of breezy in the vicinity, so firefighters are going to stick around and keep an eye out for those hot spots. But right now the winds are calming down, and it's going to be cooler out there tomorrow, so fire danger will be lessening as we head into the weekend.
Tonight, police in Sunnyvale are still searching for the man who they say is behind a stabbing and kidnapping. Jose Luis Valencia, his picture on your screen, is suspected of stabbing his former girlfriend and then kidnapping their 8-year-old child. The child has since been reunited with the mother. She is expected to survive. Police say Valencia should be considered armed and dangerous, and people should not confront him, but instead call authorities. And developing tonight, 2 bodies found in Milpitas. This is video over the scene from our helicopter partnership with ABC7. Those bodies were found around the Hidden Lake Parks area earlier today. Police say they are investigating this as a homicide. No suspects were located in the park. Well, it appears the San Francisco tech boom is exploding again. The company Pinterest has its eyes on a new space in the city. The problem is there are already businesses in the design center area where Pinterest wants to go. Now, current tenants are worried about the possibility they could be forced out of their current space by the social media giant.
It's really scary. You go to a different location, even in this area, your business just drops off. It just goes away. I don't know if I'm even going to have a job.
Businesses in the design center have heard that they would be paid to relocate, but they're not sure whether finding other affordable spaces will be possible. At this time, the Pinterest move is not final. The 4-story brick building is not designated for office space, and legislation to change that is currently stalled at San Francisco City Hall. Coming up tonight at 11, an East Bay store owner upset over how long it took police to respond to her call for help. We detail how she took matters into her own hands. Photographs tell the story of a dramatic cliffside rescue, how East Bay firefighters risked injury in order to save a horse. And next, the first confirmed case of West Nile virus this year in the Bay Area, who officials say may be more at risk for that serious illness.